Ah,
It was
no!
gulab jamun, not man. It's gulab jamun.
Gulab jamun.
Un. Ooh,
Un.
gulab jamun.
Like the moon that's in the sky?
And my mom's friends was a drug dealer.
What? Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I want to say this properly. Is it Havisha?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. And it says you're calling from India?
Yes.
Very nice. How is everything in India? Are things amazing? Are things crazy? Like, what's going on in India these days?
These days, India is developing and it's normal. It's beautiful. And, India is a beautiful country. We will nowadays. I think so. I don't really know about what is going on in India, but I can say what is going on in my area.
All right, tell me about your area. What's going on there?
In my area, I can only see that nothing much. Only normal talks and a peaceful life is going on. But yes, with some terrible conflicts with
Oh my
with my
goodness.
mother's friend and another, which is
What's
very bad.
your mom is getting, or your mom's friend is fighting with somebody else?
Ah, yes, my mom's
What?
friends, my mom's friends had a conflict, terrible conflict,
Oh
and
no.
my mom's friends was a drug dealer.
What? Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Stay away from those people. Drug dealers, two thumbs down. Not good. Not good at all. I love those flowers though. Those are the most colorful flowers I think I've ever seen on Cambly. I feel like I can smell them here in Canada and they would probably smell amazing.
They're not real flowers. They're dirty
Ah,
flowers.
no. They still look beautiful.
They're dirty flowers which has to be cleaned. That's why I was doing like this, like this. Because I have dust allergy.
So, which city are you living in? Like, where in India are you?
I'm in Bangalore of Karnataka.
Okay, very nice. I've never been to India, but I planned on going to Mumbai, but this was in 2020, and then the pandemic happened, and India was closed, so I couldn't go. But I think in the future, I would love to go to India.
Thank you so much, sir. And in Mumbai also, it's a big, large city. It's close to me.
I've heard that in India that I didn't even know this, but apparently there's lions in some parts of India, then there's leopards and tigers and there's just giant cats in India. What in the world? Canada we have one big cat, but no lions, tigers or leopards.
Oh, that's surprising. But that is also nice. And but here in India, also tiger species are endangered.
Oh man. Are there
But
any that live close to you or do you live far from them? Because I know they're mostly in the jungles, right?
yes, there are national parks to preserve them from poaching.
Okay, man. Well, hopefully, I've heard that the tiger populations in some parts of the world are actually, thankfully, they've been going up just a small amount, but these things are working to keep them alive, which is nice because I can't imagine a planet without tigers. Even though they scare me a lot, I would be so scared. I think I've had like nightmares about tigers. You know, I'm walking in the street here in Canada and somehow there's like a tiger on the loose and I'm like, ah, and I have to run away. Thankfully, that's never happened.
Oh yes, humans here. I also think so. Some places tigers are increasing, but I've heard that in a Goa, which is a state, which is a state in our India, there are no tigers left.
Oh man. Is Goa the one that's like it's like an island and it's really I've heard it's really beautiful in Goa. Is that the one?
Goa is yes, it is. It is seems like an island, but it is at near the sea coast. It is almost
Ah,
small, but it's near sea coast.
oh
It's
my
nice.
goodness. It looks
So far,
beautiful.
my one of my mother's. My mother's brother's wife went to see that. My mother's brother.
Holy moly. I need to go to Goa. I think I would love it there. Oh, like amazing beaches and palm trees and all that stuff. That looks awesome. I'm living in the wrong country. It looks beautiful there and it's cold or it's getting colder here in Canada. So,
Ah, same here. Some places in India are also cold, but here it's too much rain.
oh, really?
It's humid.
How hot does it get in the summer? I've heard that parts of India it can be super hot in the summer.
Oh yes, we have a Thar desert, which is in Rajasthan, which is I think so northwest part of India. It is terribly hot in summers. Water scarcity, droughts will be totally available, especially Delhi.
Oh
Delhi
man.
is the capital of India, but it's very, very, very hot. I visited it once.
And do you feel like your city is it a nice city to live in? Are you happy living there or would you want to live in another part?
Everyone loves their native house, so I would love to live in my native place. But yes, this place is also fine.
Yeah, I'm in Toronto in Canada. Have you ever heard of Toronto?
No.
So it's
Tornado. Is it like that?
similar. It's
With
similar.
air.
So I'll send it to you. This is Toronto, and then the other one exactly tornado. But here we have like the biggest population of the cities in Canada, but it's not even that big. There's less than 3 million people in Toronto. So it's nothing like a lot of other places. I lived in South Korea for 2 years, and the city that I was living in, it had I think it was like 14 million people, and Toronto has about 2.7 million people. So much smaller.
Oh yes. I think the population is not too much high. Here in India, population is a very big trouble. It's the second most largest populous country.
Let's see, largest cities. Oh yeah, Mumbai. They're saying in the metro area of Mumbai, it's almost 19 million people. So that's a lot of people. Yeah, and then Delhi is over 16 million. So yeah, there is a lot. But you're right, like India, I think it's the second largest population, but people are saying that by 2030, India will be the number one population in the world because in China, the population is declining now, but India is still growing.
I never knew about that.
You know what I think it is? Because in China, there's a couple things. One, there's lots of old people in China. The second thing, because I have Chinese students here on Cambly, they'll say, nobody wants to have kids in China. They think it's too expensive or they're working too much. So a lot of people just choose to not even have children. And then because of that, the population starts to get smaller. There's no immigration to China. You know, here in Canada, the number one country for immigration to Canada is actually India. And then number two is China. So we have a huge Indian population here in Canada. I think it's well over 1 million people from India are living here in Canada, which is pretty awesome. We like it. I used to live in an area of Toronto called Little India, and the food was just to die for. You could go there and you could get, different things from different like places in India, different restaurants. They had like movie theaters there so you could watch Bollywood movies. They had all sorts of things. So it's pretty awesome. Best smelling neighborhood in the whole city. When you go around and you smell like the spices and the cooking, you just feel like you're in heaven.
That looks great.
Oh yeah.
I would love to visit Canada.
Come on over. Just don't come in the winter. It is not so nice. There's a lot of snow. It can get really chilly. It's just not as nice. Maybe I'd say the best time is right around now, September and October. the leaves are changing, the weather's getting a little cooler, but it's still warm and you can go outside, and I think it's the nicest time of the year.
Wow. So, sir, what kind of food do you have every week or every day?
So in Canada, we don't really have like Canadian food. All of our food is from other countries, other cultures. Like there's a couple things that would be like uniquely Canadian, but uh, we have had this week Korean food, Japanese food. Last week I had Indian food, some Italian food. We like Thai food. What else is Mexican food is really popular here. Chinese food is really popular. So we eat all sorts of things. But I'm trying to think, what did I have? I haven't eaten today, and it's about noon. So I'm going to go have my lunch after Cambly. But what in the world did I eat yesterday? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I had some noodles yesterday, and I had some sandwiches yesterday. And yeah, kind of thinking, what should I eat today? What do you think I should have today? What do you think would be a good thing to eat?
I don't know anything about Mexico, Chinese, or any other food, so I can't suggest.
If I was to have something from India, what do you think would be the best thing to eat? What's your favorite thing to eat?
My favorite thing to eat is masala dosa. And apart from that, nowadays I love bajre ki roti and rabi.
Oh man, I love that stuff. I think that what was is it? How do I always mispronounce it? Is it gulab jamun, the dessert?
Oh, it's
Those are amazing. I love those things. I love samosas. I love like the curries. I think that there's so many wonderful things to eat. I've eaten Indian food in 5 different countries, but I've never eaten it in India. So that's where I need to eat it next.
oh, oh, that's looking nice. And you know it's gulab jamun. It's not gulab jamun. It's gulab jamun.
Gulab jamun. Okay, there we go. Now I've been
Gulab
mispronouncing it for too
jamun.
long.
Gulab jamun, not man. It's gulab jamun.
Gulab jamun.
Un, u,
Un.
gulab jamun.
Like the moon that's in the sky.
A gulab jamun. It's not. Yes, it's something like that. The moon in the sky. The oh is too lengthy. If we cut it short, it will become gulab jamun.
All right.
I also had it. It's pretty delicious, delectable, appetizing.
Oh, it's
Rasgulla
wonderful.
is also one. Rasgulla is also one such thing. I hope so. You can also try that.
Which one?
Rasgulla,
All right, let me check this out.
uh, something like that.
Ooh, what is that?
It's a
They
sweet.
look completely white.
Oh yes, it's very sweet.
Oh man, There's a YouTube video. Let me see if I can quickly watch how they make it. Let's see. Ah, it's like a flower almost, and then I guess you sort of ball it up. And do they put it in like a sweet sauce or?
Ah, something like that only. It's
Oh
completely
man.
white, round sphere shape when it's made totally.
And do you like to order from restaurants, or do your parents cook, or do you like to cook? Like, where do you like to get your food from?
Never think for me cooking. I never love to cook and I don't know how to cook.
Oh man,
So,
cooking's the best. I feel like when I learned how to cook, my life got better because before then I had to wait for everyone to cook for me or I had to order things from restaurants. And then when I started learning how to cook, I was like, man, I can make almost anything. Some things will taste like garbage, but that's okay. I'm learning.
oh, I think I should also learn how to cook.
Yeah. Go on YouTube, you can watch any video on how to make anything. You could see the best chefs in the world and I feel like it's a free education, so it's pretty awesome.
Oh, sir, who is your role model?
For cooking,
Anything, everything.
I like Chef John. He's an amazing cook. His YouTube channel is called Food Wishes, and he makes just the most delicious looking things. But it looks like we've run out of time. It was so nice to meet you.
It's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no